If you guys are new to our channel, we live and we travel in a 6x8 tiny camper. It's a micro camper. We also have our pup Winston with us.
We love camping, we love cooking outdoors, and we absolutely adore supporting local businesses. So if you're just now hearing about Honey I Roam, be sure you subscribe to our channel right now and turn on the alerts so you don't miss any of the videos that we're posting.
We are traveling across the country in our tiny camper, and we are using some cool stuff to do it. So we realized that you clicked on this video to check out the solar power bank. Let's dive into the solar power station.
We are full-time campers and we rely on electricity in order to have air conditioning in our camper and plug in our electric cooler, have lights, everything electric. We rely on having electricity at the campsite, but we're not always gonna have that. Sometimes we're gonna be camping off-grid and we needed a solution. So I'm pretty stoked about this.
Me too.
What do we have here?
We were sent this OKMO budget solar power bank and we're gonna unbox it today. We are not sponsored by OKMO. They sent us this solar power station to review, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do mostly a first impression and unboxing in this video just to set you guys up and let you know the basics of this. We haven't used it. The test that we're gonna do that's particular to us and to a lot of our subscribers is how long will this power our 12-volt cooler? We don't believe it will power our air conditioning for very long, if at all. We don't know enough about that to really qualify ourselves and discuss that. Whenever we go into off-grid situations, the most important factor for us will be if this thing can power our 12-volt electric cooler, all of our devices, our lighting.
We're gonna see if it measures up for what we need.
Our plan is to go to a lot of national parks and there's a lot of dispersed camping.
And we want to be able to comfortably camp out there.
As the weather cools down, we want to start to head to these places and we do need some level of electricity, some level of power to charge our devices and make sure everything that we have is going to be reliable while we're out there in an off-grid situation, away from supermarkets.
So we're going to test this out and give you an honest review of it. So let's open it up. Let's see what it looks like. It's, first of all, very heavy. I mean, I can pick it up, but it's not light as a feather, so.
This is our first Honey I Roam unboxing. It is rated at 1100 watt hours.
Okay, so here's the first thing we're opening.
This is the way to charge it with regular house plug. We also have a 12-volt.
And here she is. So this is the heavy part. Let's take her out of the box.
Ooh, look at that.
All right.
Look at this thing, you guys. Pretty rugged look to it.
Okay, and it came with the instruction manual here. It is very sleek looking. The handles on top are perfect for picking it up stably. And it's also a 20-pound weight. So if you don't want to carry your weights around with you, 1, 2,
multi-purpose.
3.
That is what we have to be on the road, you guys. We have to have multi-purpose items. So this is also your gym.
So here's everything that comes in the box. So when we try this is going to be our very first time ever using it. We won't know how the long-term use is until we try it a few times over and over and see if it is able to power our electric cooler for as long as we need it to. I'm hoping a couple days.
Yeah, so we're gonna do our electric cooler. We travel minimally. So right now we do require campsites because of the electricity and having AC. Right now it's just way too hot, especially with a little dog.
And in just a couple of months, it's gonna be way cooler. So we're hoping that this thing can power our little heater that we have too.
Now that we set you guys up with a little bit of information about us and how we will be applying this OKMO solar power station in the future. Look at
Let's get up close. Looking in the front here, there are 3 electrical outlet plugs. So you can plug up to 3 of those in here.
Also going to have your DC in, which is how you charge it. So say you're just gonna charge it in your house before you head out for your weekend camping trip. And what you do is you plug it into here and then you plug this part into your regular household plug. Let it sit there, charge up. You'll be able to see the bars as it charges, so you'll know whenever it's at its full capacity. Adding to the AC output, you want to turn on the AC and you can see it turn on. You're going to hear it turn on too. And you can then see AC out and the amount of battery charge that it's currently at. To charge your phone, you don't need to plug it into here, and you can plug in the USB end right there and then plug it into your phone and charge your phone that way. You can see when we turn it on, then it is on and it tells you that it's on. So there's additionally a USB-C plug, which is amazing because Amber and I recently updated our phones and we have new phones.
To the iPhone 12.
Yeah, so we have new phones, and on the end of those chargers that they came with is actually USB-C. And then there is the ever popular DC. So with the DC, so we're actually gonna use the 12-volt plug to plug in our 12-volt cooler. If you guys remember, a couple months back we did a review on the Set Power 12-volt cooler, and we've had it running consistently since we've had it. A really simple 12-volt cooler for an incredible price. This one is under $300. It's a 42 quart. While we're on the road, we keep it plugged into the front on the 12-volt, and we have a dedicated cord that plugs from the cooler to the 12-volt that's in the front. Whenever we get to camp, we just plug it into the regular household plug whenever we arrive to camp, and we keep it powered that way. And we actually keep it unplugged sometimes with no power at all, and it does maintain a 41-degree temperature in there. It always tells you the temperature that's at the top. And we know that this video is about the power bank station, but ultimately one of the most important things whenever we do an off-grid trip is powering this thing. So I know a lot of you have been wanting an update on this Set Power cooler, and we do love it. We're really happy with it. I think as an introductory cooler, it's a really good way to go. I think it's, you know, not a crazy commitment if it's under $300. You know, some of these things can be $1,000 easily. So for the price, it's done us great. The thing about it too is we've been in Texas, we've been through Louisiana and Florida, as you guys know, through the summertime. So it's been pretty brutally hot, and we keep this in there. We make sure the vents are clear, and we make sure there's good ventilation for those vents with these coolers. The trial run that we're gonna do with this cooler is we're gonna plug it into the 12-volt and keep track on how long this thing runs for. I have it plugged in now to the 12-volt, and it seems like there's some surge protection in there. They keep shutting off the power station. Therefore, it's not powering this cooler, which is really frustrating. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong here. What I'm gonna try to do alternatively is plug it into the AC output and see how it does with the AC. The household plug into the AC output on this and see if it works. Just turn it on. It's not off yet. We're actually keeping it on a stopwatch. We're gonna keep track of this thing as long as it's running on that AC output. I'll still try to figure out the DC output thing. I don't know why it wasn't working on there. It's kind of disappointing, but as long as the cooler stays cool, being powered with that portable power station, we can't.
It's doing its job.
Okay. Yeah. The power bank is running, and it's been 7 hours and 49 minutes. Let's go check on it. And we've used 2 bars. You know, it's kind of disappointing because you don't know any of the percentages on any of this, so you really don't know what's going on. I think that's kind of disappointing for a power station that right now on Amazon is $899. Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now on Amazon and it is $899, but on Amazon, as I say this, there's a $200 coupon for that one. So, you know, it'll put it down to whatever. But regardless, it's over 500 bucks, and you know, any purchase that you're gonna make over $500, you really wanna make sure you make the right decision. What I do think is that's disappointing about this is you can't run the cooler on the DC, because I looked it up. I actually looked up, you know, what I was doing wrong, and it wasn't me. It's because the cooler doesn't consistently run. You know, it cools down, and then every once in a while it cycles, and then it cools down the cooler to maintain whatever temperature you set it to. And since the DC isn't constantly powering, it actually turns off the OKMO power station, thus your cooler is shut off too. So I think for, you know, what's marketed as an $899, that's a little disappointing, not gonna lie.
So we're checking in with the update right now. The generator has been running for 19 hours, 57 minutes, and 30 seconds. And let's check it out. The cooler's staying steady at 37 degrees, which is perfect. It's what we set it on. And our generator is down to only 1 bar. So we're gonna let it run until it completely dies so we can get a true assessment as to how long it will work whenever we are without electricity.
All right, that is it. It ran out of juice. The solar power bank has run out of juice, officially powering that fridge. We're gonna tell you how many hours it was. 22 hours and 12 minutes. So under 24 hours it powered that fridge. That would give us a full day if we were in an off-grid situation with our 12-volt set power cooler and the OKMO power station. This is our first off-grid campsite that we've had, and we're at Big Bend National Park. Just wanted to give you guys an update on that OKMO solar power bank. It's been running for, this is the 3rd day, but what I've been doing is since we leave in the middle of the day, we usually drive around a lot, go explore and stuff. We actually leave the cooler plugged into the car. So that alleviates like 4 to 5 hours off of that solar power bank. And occasionally what I'll do is I'll just turn the power bank off, because this cooler will stay at under 40 degrees for a while. So I'll usually leave it for about an hour just to save some of the juice on that solar power bank. But it's going strong and I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty simple setup, really. I think the main question that you might have is if we would buy it ourselves, and honestly, what I would do if I was going to spend over $500 on any solar power bank is I would do a lot of research and I would buy the best quality. So likely, no, I wouldn't buy that one. If I was gonna spend over $500, I would really pick out the best one. But as an introductory, I think it might be a good option, and then you can save, you know, under $1,000 Then you can also get the solar panels. So we do not have the solar panels right now, and that would be great if we did. If you buy this one, it might save you a few extra $100 and you can buy the solar panels, but that's not even in our budget. We are grateful to OKMO for giving us a chance to try this out, and if you're interested, we'll put the link down below. You guys can check it out. It's just the Amazon link, and thanks for watching this video. Cinematic clip time. Yeah, that's Nutty Buddy's back there, okay? He's a good boy.
Subscribe to our channel.
That was cute. So this is the plug that actually...
Can you call the adapter or something?
It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Look at it.